myself anywhere else. We 3 stars. Never forget where I came from.
I'm late. I had to poop. My bad. What up, Don? Trex. Who else is in this mug? Oh, Trex, I just realized I probably should have had you. Co-host today. Last minute. My bad. Maybe you're busy. I don't know. But anyway. Oh, hi, Tyrone. Don't worry. Show's starting about right now. Welcome back to the KJ from OC podcast. I am your host, KJ from OC. This is episode 90-something. I forgot to number them the last couple weeks, so we're getting close to episode number 100. Now that I'm doing 2 a week, well, you're going to get that number 100 probably in a couple of weeks. How am I going to celebrate? Maybe have like 100 people on. Who knows? It'll be fun. It'll be fun. But if you're not watching right now and you're going to watch later, and you want to add me on various social media platforms, I'm on Instagram at KJ from OC. I'm on Snapchat at KJ from OC. I never use it, so if you send me something on Snapchat, probably not going to see it. I'm on Facebook, not only live currently, right now, but I also have a group page on there, KJ from OC Podcast. And if you want to email me anything, KJ from OC Podcast at gmail.com. Now, as I spit on my phone, couple things this week. We got the Dove ad. People jumped out the window on, and you should be facing the light, not in like this. Oh wait, you said like that. Oh, I can't because there's too much stuff in the back and it's just too dirty back there. I can't do it. I can't. Oh God, that's too bright. Can you guys still hear me? All right. Well, what if I turn on? No, I'm just going to leave this right here. I know, it sucks. I don't really have a setup for this at home. This is a last-minute thing that just happened to happen because Tyrone wasn't able to meet with me today. That's okay. We're not mad at you, T. I'll see you in a couple weeks. I know he's got stuff to do, so... Oh, well, shit. Sam could have been on. We could have had Sam on. Oh, wait. Sam knows I cuss a lot. My bad. But anyway... Topics this week are the Dove ad. People jumped out the window on, said it was racist. I saw a different ad than they saw, so we'll have to talk about that. Talk about Eminem, and talk about how somebody had a response to Eminem. And a few other things. And we're going to look at some videos, and there's a crazy guy who thinks he can just jump on a bus and make people stop the bus, but it's not how that works. It's not how that works. I don't know. Can you guys hear me right now? I want to know if you guys can hear me. Because I hit something a minute ago. Julian, can you hear me? Sam? Don? Anybody? Natasha? Somebody? Alright. Well, F it. I'm going to keep going anyway, and we're going to see what happens. So... I'm going to show you guys this Dove ad video, or this Dove ad real quick. If you guys look at this photo. Now remember, this is a soap ad, right? So, what you're seeing here, if you guys can see that okay, there it is. If you're selling soap, and you're saying that your soap is going to get somebody clean, do you really want to compare it to a black person becoming so clean they turn white? No, you don't want to do that. Because that's going to make it look bad. It's going to be like, dude, really? I've seen the Japanese do it. It's a different culture over there. It's a different world over there. So I'm not going to hold them to the same standard I'm going to hold Americans to. But you got to be careful in America. when you're doing ads and marketing and stuff like that. Like, Dove has had this happen before, where people were like, oh, snap, and they jumped out the window before. But here's the other one that they were comparing it to. If you guys can see this one, let's see. There it is. But there was like a before and an after. I know it's kind of hard to see, but there's a before and an after. And so if you're going to have a before and an after, and you're going to have the dark-skinned lady in front of the before, and the after lady is going to be white, it's kind of a bad look. You get what I'm saying? You just got to be careful. Now, when people jumped out the window on this one, I was like, man, what are you guys tripping off of? But I didn't see that. I saw the actual video, which was, it's already playing. Oops, let me go back. Inside Edition. Here we go. We're going to pull back a little bit. Ready? Here we go.
Dove has apologized for what some people are claiming was a racist ad.
Black to white, white to Latino.
Dove posted this 3-second ad to its Facebook page showing a black woman taking off a shirt to reveal
black woman turning into a white woman, white woman turning into a Latino woman.
Video on social media saying it suggests people of color are dirty. Dove issued an apology saying in part, "We missed the mark in thought."
Now, if people, like I said, if it was just a photo, then yeah, it's going to be a little hard to tell what your point is. But if there's the actual video, the actual ad, the video, I don't know how you can be confused by that. Some people sometimes get offended very quickly, maybe because they're used to being offended, so it just becomes this, anything that might look like something that might offend them is probably going to offend them because they've seen it so much before. So they just kind of get used to it. And people can blame them for it, but I don't blame them for it. It's like, well, if you're used to getting picked on, anything that looks like someone's picking on you is going to look like someone's picking on you. It's not your fault. I'm just saying. It is what it is. So that first photo looks bad by itself with no context other than what's your point? I don't get it. But with the video, I get it. I get what your point is. You're trying to say that this soap is for everyone, not just for white women. Because a lot of times with white privilege, you have no idea that you're basically making a product for white people but selling it to everyone, where it's not intended to be for everyone, because not everyone has the same hair as white people. White people have very straight, long hair, and that's just not how everyone has hair. Some people have very kinky, curly hair. Does that mean that shampoo or conditioner is going to be for them? Probably not. But how do you know unless you see someone representative of how your hair is or how your skin is? How does certain makeup look on a more pale on a more pale female as opposed to a darker skinned female? You don't know until you see it. It could look like two completely different shades. I saw someone posted, I don't know if it was on Twitter or somewhere, but someone posted that a while ago and said, hey, whatever lipstick company, maybe it was MAC or whatever, but they said, before you, market to black people, why don't you show what it looks like on a black person or different shades of black people or whatever, so that way it looks like you're actually trying to do something and not just going out there and just doing whatever. So I actually asked people if they thought it was a racist ad, but I think because of the two different contexts and I didn't know, I'm not saying the ad was racist, but I think the placement of just the couple of images of the black woman turning into a white woman with Dove soap or whatever it was looks a little weird, because it's like, why would you? That's just, I don't know, it's dumb. So if in the future Dove needs to be way more careful of their marketing and their advertising, because as much as you're trying to be inclusive, you don't always realize the context of how people feel excluded. So if you don't understand the context of how people feel excluded, how can you be so inclusive? Is it just because you're trying to sell some soap? Or is it because you're really down with the cause, like Pepsi and Kylie Jenner? Stop police violence with a bottle of Pepsi? That's dumb. So Dove, I get what you're trying to do. I would just say double check with people. I don't know. Hire somebody. Hire a consultant. Check with Jesse Jackson. Hire Shaniqua from Compton. I don't know. Just ask somebody. Don't just run off and try to make something happen that's just really not going to happen. Because then you get backlash. When you get backlash, it's hard to recover from. Next topic is the Eminem freestyle. I loved it. I loved it. I've been an Eminem fan since, well, actually not since I first heard him. I first heard Eminem probably in 99, 98, you know, Hi, My Name Is, all that stuff. Guilty Conscience, all those songs. Wasn't a big fan. He wasn't bad, but I just wasn't a big fan. Second album, you know, I Am the Way I Am, and what was the other one? Remember Me with Sticky Fingers and RBX, and Bitch Please 2 and Exhibit and Dre and Nate Dogg and Snoop, and that was everyone. But yeah, and then hearing him on Dr. Dre 2001, which had what's the name of that damn song? I forget. It's the one with him and Dre and Eminem. Forgot About Me. No, not Forgot About Me. Anyway, you know what it's called. I just can't remember. Anyway, so this Eminem freestyle, I'm going to play a couple minutes of it and just let you guys hear it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed as much as I did, because it is so anti-Donald Trump that I think everyone needs to hear it, because Donald Trump is like the worst president I have ever encountered in my entire life. And I say this wholeheartedly because this guy spends more time on Twitter than in probably the White House trying to make executive orders happen or make any laws. Like, it just, he's so fucking petty. Anyway, reminds me of my exes. Here you go.
It's the calm before the storm right here. Wait, how was I gonna start this off? I forgot. Oh yeah. Pot. Should I drop it on Donald Trump? Probably not, but that's all I got till I come up with a solid. Got a plan and now I got a hatchet like a damn Apache with a tomahawk. I'ma walk inside a mosque on Ramadan and say a prayer that every time talks.
I wish it wasn't clean.
Gets a I'ma stop. But we better give Obama props, cause what we got in office now's a kamikaze that'll probably cause a nuclear holocaust. And while the drama pops and he waits for shit to quiet down, he'll just gas his plane up and fly around till the bombing stops. Intensity's heightened, tensions are rising. Trump, when it comes to giving a shit, you're stingy as I am. Except when it comes to having the balls to go against me, you hide them. Cause you don't got the nuts like an empty asylum.
Empty asylum. Dope line.
Racism's the only thing he's fantastic for. Cause that's how he gets his rocks off and he's orange. Yeah, sick tan. That's why he wants us to disband, cause he cannot withstand the fact we're not afraid of Trump. Walking on eggshells, I came to stomp. That's why he keeps screaming, drain the swamp, cause he's in quicksand. It's like we take a step forwards, then backwards. But this is his form of distraction. Plus he gets an enormous reaction when he attacks the NFL, so we focus on that, and instead of talking Puerto Rico with gun reform from Nevada, all these horrible tragedies, and he's bored and would rather cause a Twitter storm with the Packers. Then says he wants to lower our taxes. Then who's gonna pay for his extravagant trips back and forth with his fam to his golf resorts and his mansions? Same shit that he tormented Hillary for and he slandered, then does it more. From his endorsement of banning support for the Klansmen, tiki torches in hand for the soldier that's black and comes home from Iraq and is still told to go back to Africa. Fork and a dagger in his racist 94-year-old grandpa who keeps ignoring our past historical deplorable factors. Now if you're a black athlete, you're a spoiled little brat for trying to use your platform or your stature to try to give those a voice who don't have one. He says you're spitting in the face of vets who fought for us, you bastards. Unless you're a POW who's tortured and battered because to him you're zeros because he don't like his war heroes captured. That's not disrespecting the military.
Truth bomb.
This is for Colin. Ball up a fist. And keep that shit ball like Donald the bitch. He's gonna get rid of all immigrants. He's gonna build that thing up taller than this. Well, if he does build it, I hope it's rock solid with bricks. Cause like him in politics, I'm using all of his tricks. Cause I'm throwing that piece of shit against the wall till it sticks. And any fan of mine who's a supporter of his, I'm drawing in the sand a line. You're either for or against. And if you can't decide who you like more and you're split on who you should stand beside, I'll do it for you with this. The rest of America, stand up. We love our military, and we love our country. But we hate Trump!
Wow. So much energy, so much passion. That's one of the reasons I love this dude. Is just that he has so much energy, passion in his rhymes, and the lines he has. There was, talking about Vegas. So obviously, that was very, very recent that he just recorded this. And yeah, just the fact that Donald Trump is focusing on so many minor things as opposed to real change in America, making America great again. He really is trying to go backwards to a time where civil rights was, people were trying to fight against civil rights. I mean, here you have football players taking a stance and many other people taking a stance against standing for the national anthem. And that's where Trump tends to focus on things instead of focusing on, issues with North Korea or help for Puerto Rico. And so when people say Donald Trump's a racist and all this kind of stuff, and I mean, if you look at it, the battles he has with people outside of Hillary Clinton, the battles he has with people are primarily people of color. Think about it. Puerto Rico, 70% of the NFL is black. So he has problems with those sons of bitches who are really fighting for justice, standing for justice, kneeling for justice, whatever you want to call it. Mexicans building a wall. Muslims can't come in here. Nope, can't come in here. And now Asians, or at least Koreans, I think they're on the no-fly or list or whatever it was. I think another one passed recently. I'm so disappointed that really this guy is just continuing to make enemy after enemy after enemy, and they're on his own soil, which tells me this guy really does not care about America as much as he wants to say he does. His platform was Make America Great Again, and Colin Kaepernick's platform was, in a sense, America's not so great right now. Why is Trump allowed to say that and Kaepernick's not? You find time and time and time again a black person saying the same thing the white person says, and the white person gets cheered for it, and the black person gets ignored for it. It's just one of those things that, I'm not trying to claim racism on everything, because that's just not me, but, there's a lot of stuff that you're just like, why does this person get away with it and this person doesn't? People can always give a new, excuse for, oh, it's just context, it's just this context, that context. Well, you're never going to have the same two contexts. But you can always start to find the common denominator in every single one. And if you can keep finding that, then you start to have the common denominator of all your real problems. And race is at the base of it. Speaking of race, this preacher, Joshua Feuerstein, says, sorry I had to do it, defending Donald Trump and slaughtering Eminem. I'll probably get banned for this one. I doubt that he will. So hurry up and share it. And this video says, preacher destroys Eminem and defends Trump. Freestyle. Freestyle really means, look, I wrote this and I'm not going to read it out loud. I'm going to recite it. So here you go. Let's see here.
Hey guys, Nick Jefferson here. So last night you probably saw that Eminem gets up at the BET Awards and proceeds to rip President Trump in a little cipher. Well, I doubt that there's many rappers waking up this morning ready to defend the president's honor, so I'm not even a rapper, but I had to go ahead and take a stab at it. Here we go. Hey Eminem, let me go ahead and spit at you. I'm gonna tell you straight up, dude, you're so hypocritical, it's pitiful. You say that Trump's a racist, yet you call him orange again and again. I mean, last time I checked, isn't the definition of racism making fun of the color of a man's skin?
No, the definition of racism is putting down someone because they are of another nationality, not because of their skin color per se. So don't sit here and try to reframe what racism is and pull this whole fucking bullshit card of reverse racism. You know, stop. Anyway, let's continue on with the bullshit that I have to debunk and decode.
But I know you're such a tough guy, yet when you battle, it's Hollywood, fake scenes, fake dudes, and film crews. Trump is fighting real enemies to America, ISIS, North Korea, and fake news.
Okay, fake news. Donald Trump creates fake news, so I don't know how he's going to fight himself. You know, a house divided is one that's going to fall apart. I can't remember how the damn saying goes. North Korea, is he tweeting at them? I mean, they're not meeting, they're not talking, so he's creating an issue rather than fighting it. And then what was the other one? Not gun control, because, yeah, people dying, you know, who cares about that? What did he say? The fake news. Oh, the NFL players, is that the other thing he said? Oh, hold on, let me go back. What did this dude say?
Real enemies to America, ISIS, North Korea, and fake news.
ISIS. You gotta be fucking kidding me. ISIS? Wasn't there supposed to be a 100-day plan? Like in the first 100 days there was gonna be a plan to defeat ISIS? Still waiting.
Yet you call Trump a neo-Nazi. Dude, are you that much of a pinhead? I mean, put both of you in a police lineup. You're the one that looks like a skinhead.
Okay, that was dumb too. Because why is he calling Donald Trump a Nazi, a neo-Nazi? Because when Donald Trump heard about Charlottesville, he referred to there were good people on both sides. How do you refer to Nazis as good people, for one? And then they're also white supremacists, and you don't consider them sons of bitches or that they should be fired, but yet you did it for the NFL players. So once again, it's like you're taking the side of white people over and over and over again. So this dude is obviously off his rocker, and I'm sick of him, and I want to choke him, but he's a pastor, so I can't. Plus, I don't want to get arrested. But we're going to continue.
Yet you made your millions on the backs of young black men.
False. I'm not going to keep switching the phone around. Most of Eminem's fan base is white. And unless he's talking about his millions, meaning that he made off a D12, no, Eminem did more money, because he only had 2 D12 albums. Maybe some mixtapes and stuff like that. But yeah, most of Eminem's money was made off of his own work.
Infecting the minds of teens, your bar selling them drugs, sex, and sin. And now all of a sudden you care about gun violence. Dude, I'm about to lose it. You're such a hypocrite.
Okay, let me go back for a second. Care about gun violence. Eminem did have a gun charge once or twice. He didn't shoot anyone. I know he hit a bouncer or beat a bouncer with the butt of a gun because the dude was getting with his with Eminem's wife at the time, Kim, and they were going through some troubles or something, as they were always going through troubles. So from what I remember about that story, that's what that was. So anyway, let's go back.
You glorify gun violence in every other line of your music.
What about if you hold on? What about all the movies that we watch? Terminator, Rambo, Commando. Come on, dude.
You had skills as a young rapper. Why didn't you use them for good? Because let's be honest, your music has probably killed as many young black kids as your homie Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood, I don't really know a whole lot about them too much. I do understand that I guess the whole, well, that's like eugenics and genocide and a lot of stuff. So I can't really get into that one. But he's literally claiming that Eminem's music has killed people? Fuck on.
Yet you bring up police brutality, Dude, is it even computing that you're mad at the same cops that you and your boys rap about shooting?
I don't think Eminem has ever made a song about shooting a cop. In all the years I've listened to Eminem, I cannot literally think of one song at all.
And yet you say that Trump treats women bad. Listen to what your song says about females. Bro, you're so lost. It's like you're hanging out with Hillary's emails. And
that was a stupid line. Basically going to debunk every line this dude has. The Hillary's emails thing, I don't even, whatever. But yeah, Eminem is not definitely the one to ever really talk about, talking about females or treating females. I mean, he did disrespect his wife on numerous occasions, and also I think they had some physical violence between the two of them. But I think that's it. I'm not saying that that's good, but I think that's it. I don't think there's like a history of this or numerous women. Over Donald Trump, the issues have been numerous. Now, this guy doesn't really want to acknowledge that because I'm sure he's a Republican and does not like truth, but would rather have fake news.
Yet you're mad at Trump because he's rich. Yet you rap about money. I mean, shouldn't he be your hero? Oh, wait, I get it. Y'all rappers just jealous because his bank account ends with 10 extra zeros.
So you believe, too, that Donald Trump is a billionaire? I don't. The way this guy's running the country, the way this guy runs a business, that means he doesn't have as much money as he thinks he does, or as much as he's making you think he does. I'm sure he has over probably 100 million, but a billion? I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
And yet you act like you fight for civil rights, raise your black power fist like an OG. Yet let's research the records, because last time I checked, Trump donated more money than all of you to the NAACP.
Trump also had a lawsuit against him for unfair housing as well, which is more than I think Eminem has ever had against him. Just saying.
So while you used up your skills in your 20s, your popularity and your money half spent, say what you want about Trump. His first name is still President.
Sure, for now, I can't argue with that. That is his, well, not first name, but yeah, that's his title. No one's arguing that. We do like to say that, he's not our president and all that kind of stuff. Oh my God, this looks horrible. But yeah, this dude's rap, that was horrible. That was such fake news. That was the worst shit ever. Oh my God. I'm so glad this guy is not an actual rapper. Oh, Joshua Feuerstein. Mein Führer? Uh-oh. Is he German? Is he a Nazi? Does he have Confederate flags in his house? I'm actually going to look at his page real quick. Oh boy. He's going in it on Eminem. He's calling him names. Let's see, he made a meme. Ellen DeGeneres looks mad, but it's a picture of Eminem. Ha! That's hilarious. Ha 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 ha. Here's another meme. There's a 50% chance you won't like me. There's a 100% chance I won't change because of it. Here's another meme. If Jesus preached like most pastors in America, he would have never been crucified. Okay. This is interesting over here. He has a meme of fake news. And it's so funny because there are 7 things that he considers fake news. And not a couple other ones. So it's very, very skewed here. Oh shit, here we are. Sorry guys. I'm working with what I got. Here's this meme. Here, I'm going to show you guys this meme. This stupid ass meme. Fake news. You got CNN, NBC, NPR, Fox News, CBS, BBC, ABC, MSNBC. Oh, I actually didn't see the Fox News one. Okay. Real News, Holy Bible. Yeah, I gotcha. But the, I didn't see Breitbart in there. Just saying. Just saying. Anyway, I'm done with this dude's page. This is stupid. This is really stupid. Next topic. So Trump has been president for over 260 some days now. Here's some promises he had. Some things that he said that he was going to take care of first 100 days or whatever. And nothing has happened. So Hillary's still not in jail. I kind of wish she was, because she makes me sick. There's still no plan to defeat ISIS. National debt is still increasing. I'm not sure. I know that just the way the country has been for the last, 30, 40 years, that's why the debt's increasing. I'm not going to say it's just him, but I will say there's some frivolous spending, like the whole Mike Pence thing. Mike Pence spending taxpayer money to fly from he was like in Vegas to Indiana to go watch, what was it, the Niners and Colts, I think, and said, and Trump told him, if anyone kneels, you leave. You leave that stadium. Mike Pence saw that people were kneeling. The Niners, who's the one team that keeps kneeling, because they have been ever since Kaepernick started doing that last year. And then Mike Pence left, which cost taxpayer money. It was like $250,000. What a waste to fly from Vegas, because you went to Vegas probably for the shooting and everything, to go to Indianapolis same day that you also had to be later in Los Angeles. So really, you didn't even need to go to Indianapolis. So when I say national debt is increasing, frivolous spending, I'm sure there's a lot of bad spending in a lot of places. But that was so petty for Mike Pence to use the flag as a way to protest. To protest a protest. Mike Pence used the national anthem as a way to protest the protests. It's such a hypocrisy. It's a hypocrisy that costs money on top of that. Obamacare still has not been repealed yet. If you're going to make it better, make it better. Make it better for everyone. Because Obamacare / the Affordable Care Act, which is the same thing. Obamacare and the ACA are the same thing, so don't go trying to get rid of Obamacare and keep the Affordable Care Act, because it's the same thing, stupid. Hasn't been repealed yet. Fine. If you're going to repeal it, just make it better for everyone. Not just rich people, but poor people. But rich people don't need Obamacare. It's not for them. It's for poor people. And if you just keep thinking that poor people are blacks and Latinos in America, you're wrong. There's a lot of poor white folks, too, who need it. So don't start that shit with me. Still no plan to defeat ISIS. Hillary's still squawking. But he is quick to complain and jump on NFL players for taking a knee. That's his focus on a weekly basis, is dealing with them. That's the stupidest thing in the world. And the Nazis are back at Charlottesville and he hasn't said a word. Nazis in Charlottesville, no ISIS plan, Hillary's not in jail, which I really don't care about, but, whatever. National debt's increasing and he's wasting money doing little stupid protests using Air Force One. And there's no new Obama plan, or Obamacare / Affordable Care Act plan. Nothing. He's just tweeting and arguing with people, the lowest common denominator, his base. Those Southerners, those racist people who think they're better than the richest black man. Sorry. You're no better than anybody else. Especially if you're a racist. But all this, just wasteful. Absolutely wasteful. I'm sick of this guy. And I wish, well, I can't say that, so I'm not going to say it. Next topic. Now, this is one that I had to play the other night, and it made me sad. It made me sad to be an American. And I know you're probably thinking, like, oh, well, screw you then. No, you don't get it. when I say sad to be an American, I mean because of America needs to be great. Period. But when you have to have videos like this that school you on patriotism and what it is to be a human being, when you have to have a video like this, it sucks. Because it really puts things in perspective.
We have white men in America who wave the Nazi flag and the Confederate flag, and he's concerned about taking a knee because it disrespects this flag. We use that flag to sell mattresses and beer. We wear it as a swimsuit. We wrap our bald heads in a flag bandana and stick it in our pants because we disrespect that flag every day. Maybe we all need to read the Constitution again. There has never been a better use of pen to paper. Our forefathers made freedom of speech the First Amendment. They listed 10, and not one of them says you have to stand during the anthem. And I think those men respected the country they fought for and founded a great deal more than the self-proclaimed patriots who are simply hypocrites because they want to deny the basic freedom of this great country, a country they supposedly value and cherish so much.
It's very clear that for his base, this is the red meat of all red meat because they're able to reframe this. They're able to say, oh, they're attacking the national anthem, they're attacking the troops, they're attacking the flag, none of which they're doing. They're not doing any of that. They're upset about racial injustice in the country, and they're upset about the things that the president has said, and yet he's able to turn it around for his base. Isn't this all a play to his base? And could it possibly be so that they don't notice there is no health care, and North Korea is the biggest mess since the Cold War?
It has not gone unnoticed that Trump has spoken out against the Mexicans who want to come to America for a better life, against the Muslims, and now against the black athlete. But he says nothing for days about the white men who marched under a Nazi flag in Charlottesville, except to remind us there were good people there. And when he finally tried to say the right thing, not one of them was called an SOB or should be fired.
Well, let's talk about patriotism. What is it? Is it draping oneself in the flag? Is it the pageantry and spectacle of a ball game, standing up for the national anthem? Or is it standing up for the founding principles of this country? Standing up for the very first amendment of our Constitution, the very first one, which is freedom of expression. Standing up for our brothers and sisters who may not look like us or share our religious beliefs or are of a different political persuasion. Is it prioritizing racism even when it may not directly affect you?
My best friend in high school was killed in Vietnam, and Carol Meyer will be 18 years old forever, and he did not die, so that you could decide who is a patriot and who loves America more.
Wow. That was hardcore, man. To even hear... No, I'm not crying. Shepard Smith, the dude from Fox News himself, talk about what exactly the players are taking a knee for. It's like, the base is reframing this. Because Donald Trump is playing to his base. And so since the base is reclaiming this and reframing it, they can make the protests about anything. Excuse me. Long day. And I hate that keeps happening. Because there's so many people out there who claim to not be racist, and they claim to not be this and not be that. And I challenge them, and I say this. When is the last time black people had an issue with something in America, and you stood by with them? Period. Whether it was Rodney King, whether it was... I don't want to say OJ, because that was just wrong. We were all wrong on that one. White people, black people, Latino people, we were all wrong on that one. Whether it's Black Lives Matter, whether it's unarmed black men being shot and killed unjustly, Sandra Bland, Freddie Gray, like however many names, Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice, however many names I can name, Sean Bell, Oscar Grant. How many more names do I have to name? You know? When's the last time you stood with black people for something that they were fighting for? Which was really equal treatment. That's it. Equal treatment. We're not asking for favors. We're not asking for handouts. We're not asking for extra money. We know we're not getting reparations for slavery, even though the Holocaust survivors got money, which had nothing to do with us. I don't know why we'd be giving them money. We didn't do it. That's Germany. They should have given them money. But hey, what do I know? Kind of makes you think, if you're giving money to people you saved, does that mean you were part of it? I don't know. I just work here. But it's just very disappointing to watch that video and just to say, man, Donald Trump, he is something else, isn't he? He is something else. All right, last topic, and I gotta go get lunch. This last topic is about a guy. Matter of fact, it's another Now This video. I'm just gonna let you guys watch it. He jumped on the hood of a school bus after a student allegedly threw a bottle at him. Allegedly.
Yeah, good. You fall. No.
68-year-old Laverne Doran demanded that he get let on the bus because he thought a bottle struck his car. I just want to show you guys. He has an NRA hat.
No. Get off the bus.
He was arrested and faces 4 charges of disorderly conduct, which is good. We don't want him out in the streets. But there was one thing I missed. There was a nearby off-duty officer who was able to take control of the situation. Thank God. But you know what's funny? And I'm not trying to say that this should have happened, but I'm going to say it. If this dude, Laverne whatever, was a black man and he jumped on the hood of a bus, demanding to be let on the bus, banging and screaming at kids, he probably would have been shot. That is very deranged acting. Unless they know this guy, which doesn't usually happen, I feel like cops would have shot him if he was black or Latino, or if he was wearing a Muslim outfit or something like that, you know? But a white guy with the NRA hat, look at that. See it? NRA. I know it's backwards, but it's NRA. Pretty sure that's the National Rifle Association of America, or wherever. But this is the situation. I mean, this guy jumps on the hood of a car because he thinks someone threw a bottle at him. I don't know if the kids did or not. Is it a glass bottle? Is it a plastic bottle? Like, if it's a plastic bottle, let it go. It's a glass bottle, get out and check and see. If you're tripping, then take your drunk ass home. People don't need to be around you. Crazy ass. People don't need to be around that mess, man. Guys, next week's gonna suck too. Tyrone is out for this week and next week, so you're gonna have to deal with me, since it's my show anyway. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys have enjoyed the show and followed me on Twitter at KJ from OC, Instagram, Snapchat, KJ from OC. Also, Facebook, KJ from OC Podcast. And maybe I should go shave my goatee. Then again, maybe not. Anyway, I'm tired and I gotta go have lunch. You guys be good. Take care. Peace out.